Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is a video about planting the seeds in the little greenhouses. So our first step, of course, is to put some soil in them. So just using our seed raising mix here, which I bought on the buying the nutrients video for the garden, and basically just going through, filling the trays up, just very lightly packing them. I don't want to make a compressed sort of thing, but I don't want the soil to settle either. So I'm just going to go through and fill up the 3 trays, and then we will take it inside and onto seed planting. Okay, and we're back inside with the coffee, of course, because it makes the world go round. Now I'm going to plant the trays out. I've got my little plastic tags there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to plant a large seedling next to a smaller seedling. So a pumpkin or a squash next to a tomato or a capsicum. Just so I have a large plant, small plant, large plant, small plant, and that way they're not going to crowd each other out, because I'm probably going to have them in those greenhouses for a little while because the temperature's pretty cold still. Okay, my plant markers are actually a yogurt container. Grab the yogurt container, my dogs eat yogurt with their meals, and I've just cut up the yogurt container and cut a point on it, and then with our Sharpie marker I've just gone through and marked on an initial that tells me what the name of each plant is. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to keep the plants to 4 of each plant type. So the tray is 6 pots wide by 4 pots deep, so I'm just going across 4 pots of each plant type. Now with the larger seeds, the squash, the zucchini and the pumpkins, I am just putting a single one in. As we all know, I do not have a lot of space in the garden, so you know, if I only get a couple come up, that's probably not going to be a bad thing. With the smaller seeds, especially with bad eyes, it's 2 to 3 and 2 to 3 per pot, and I'll thin them out as we go along. Now the seed raising mix I'm using is already damp, but as I finish planting each one, I give it a spray of water just to freshen everything up, help the soil to settle back in against the seed, and make sure the seed's got a nice sort of moist start to it. Once the covers go on, I shouldn't really need to water them until we start getting some growth coming up out of them. So at the moment it's just a matter of the moist soil, a little bit of water so it soaks into the seed, and off we go. Now with our Amish paste tomatoes, which is the one I'm just about to do now, I think, I'm going through and I'm doing 2 rows because they are my favorite tomato. They're a great sauce tomato. Also they come good as a cut tomato. I enjoy them as a cut tomato, so I'm putting 8 plants of those. Now the other seedling that I'm gonna do a bulk amount of is the 7 color capsicum mix. Now with that one I'm gonna do 12, so 3 rows of the 4, just to make sure I have plenty in there. I figure if I've got 12, they can't all 12 be one type, which is normally what happens when I plant a mixture. There's nothing really to differentiate between the capsicums, and for the Americans in the audience, capsicum is what you guys call a pepper. So yeah, I'm planting 12, and that way I know I should get at least a couple of varieties. Now the only plant I'm not taking a gamble with at the moment is the peanuts. Don't think that I'm going to have any luck this early in the season with them. I don't want to transplant them. I don't know how they transplant, so I want to limit my risk because it's something that I haven't had success with before. I want to give it the ideal growing condition. So everything else is getting planted out, and I'm just going to limit the peanuts until we come along further into the warmer weather. Now, those of you who've watched the previous videos on me planting out in the garden, and also my potato videos, know I'm taking some risks when it comes to frost at the second. My potatoes are making a nightly track inside at the moment because we've been having some cooler night temperatures, and as is, it's pretty cool out there for them, so I just don't want to knock them back. Okay, now what I'm doing here is putting everything in a Ziploc bag. The ones that are planted inside are in one Ziploc bag, the ones that are planted outside are in another Ziploc bag. And if I need to replant anything through the season, I know where to grab them from, so I can quickly fix up a replant. And now we're just going to cover up our little greenhouses. They're watered, all good to go, and cover them up. Beautiful. Okay, and here we are, all planted out and sitting in the windowsill. There's one of the others is sitting in another windowsill, just sitting there catching some rays, and hopefully in about 3-4 weeks they'll head out into the garden. Well, thank you very much everyone for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you know when the next video in the series or any of my other videos comes out. And again, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.